Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Alex objects to Justin guarding Tate, who gets a brief triumph. Chanel awakens in Johnny's arms in bed. They discuss how right it feels for her to be back there and how that thing they did was a first for her. At her loft, Paulina emerges to Abe, who serves them breakfast. Abe apologizes to her for last night, both in robes. Teresa thanks Justin for coming on vacation at the police station. Justin says he's dependably accessible for family. He realizes how concerned Alex is for the two of them. Alex stops himself from calling Justin Dad and asks him what he's doing there as he saunters in with his latte. As Teresa makes sense of, Justin receives a message that Tate's arraignment begins at 11 a.m. Alex says thanks to him for dealing with it. In any case, he can go now since he's employed another person to address Tate. Standing one next to the other in the police headquarters, Justin and Teresa scowl at Alex. Upon Teresa's stunned response, Alex makes sense of they don't require family at the present time. They need a heartless, powerful criminal lawyer, and that is not Justin's style. Justin concurs. Truth, realities, and battling for what's right are his style, he bluntly states. Utilizing his extensive assets, Alex is recruited awesome, and that is what's going on. No, Alex, Teresa solidly says. That is certainly not what's going on. More, Steve Burton leaving days as Harris Michaels. In the cross-examination room, Brady battles with Tate over his assuming a sense of ownership with the pills. Following the teen's call, John joins them with a suit for Tate. Brady complains, Tate has just figured everything out. You are so difficult, that's what you know, he worriedly yells at his child. John teaches Brady to stay hopeful, and Tate warily gets some information about Holly. John claims that she is acting similarly. Tate apologizes for not summoning his father right or 911 when he viewed as her. He ought to have dreaded her withering more than her causing problems. In the cross-examination room, an exasperated Brady rests his hands on a seat across the table from Tate. John enters with a suitcase through behind him. EJ tells Rafe to keep him informed of Tate's arraignment while they are talking on the phone at the hospital. Faintly, Rafe makes a dig about this being an individual grudge and afterward gets some information about Holly. EJ transfers she had another seizure and that Nicole hasn't walked out on her. Rafe truly vows to pass on any updates he gets and advises him to go accompany his significant other. EJ would, yet she has organization at the present time, Eric. As Johnny and Chanel tease and kiss in bed, Chanel receives a message from EJ on her telephone. He's been attempting to arrive at Johnny, who left his telephone on quiet. After reading Holly OD'd, Johnny checks his numerous missed messages and gets out of bed quickly. More, a wedding, a breakdown, and more to come on Days 2024. Wearing a shirt, Chanel sits up in bed with a telephone. Relaxing shirtless, Johnny frowns. At the condo, Abe tells Paulina he believed it'd be inappropriate to be cozy when he doesn't recollect what they had. She gets it. He makes it clear he adores the lady he's getting to be aware. Abe goes to change while they kiss and Chanel comes home. Paulina imparts to Chanel that she enlightened Abe regarding her medical problems and that he told her he cherishes her. They did, however, sleep in separate beds. Chanel, thus, tells her mom her New Year's Eve was sweet with some late-night dessert. She can recall in private having whipped cream foreplay with Johnny. At home, wearing robes before breakfast plates, Paulina busies herself unfurling a napkin. Abe solemnly gazes with a raised temple. At the station, Teresa quarrels with Alex over who ought to safeguard Tate. Justin says thanks to Teresa for her confidence in him and tells Alex he's available to welcoming on a counseling lawyer. Going along with them, Rafe concurs it couldn't do any harm, taking into account the hatchet EJ is crushing. More, why Magnum private investigator unexpectedly finished. In the cross-examination room, John arranges his grandson to quit accusing himself. Concerning Brady, John prompts he let Tate handle this himself and trust that the legal framework will work. Brady knows that with EJ as DA, it's absolutely impossible that his child will get equity. Brady blames Teresa for letting Tate confess in the squad room. Justin separates their quibbling to illuminate them. There's tiny substantial proof against Tate. He anticipates that the arraignment should be speedy, with Tate arguing not liable and the appointed authority setting bail and a preliminary date. Since Tate's a minor, he'll be delivered under a parent's management, expecting it will be Brady. Justin orders everybody to wait while he handles the arraignment. Tate joins them in his suit. In the police headquarters, Justin holds out his hands, mid-word. He stands in the way of Brady and Teresa, who are scowling at each other. While Justin and Tate are in court, John takes a restless Brady to get some air. Justin inquires as to whether she's certain Tate is coming clean. Obviously he is, she states. Alex feels compelled to believe Tate when he says he only told her what she wanted to hear. Alex gives in and gives her a hug. More subtleties on this evening's brilliant unhitched male wedding. Outside, Brady stews over Teresa's treatment of Tate. John tells his child he might have dealt with things better too. To be specific, by not biting the bullet for Tate. Brady knows, yet he really wants John to let him know it's impractical. Tate took drugs. John's stomach says the youngster's coming clean. Johnny inquires about Holly after finding EJ in the hospital lobby. EJ says it's anything but a great time in light of the fact that Nicole is in there with Eric. Johnny is shocked EJ is taking that so well. EJ realizes Eric is a wellspring of solace for Nicole at the present time. Also, what she wants from him is to get it done against that failure, Tate Dark. With shut eyes, EJ cocks his head away from Johnny. He presses his hand against his brow. More, what Kristen's return could mean. Not as persuaded of Tate's culpability, Johnny lets his stunned dad know that Holly become inebriated on Christmas Eve. In this way, perhaps in the event that Holly lied about drinking, she could be lying about different things also. EJ is positive dislike that. She's a decent youngster. Johnny calls attention to that great children take drugs. Also, Tate was there for Holly. As a matter of fact, Johnny's the person who advised Holly to rest on him. Assuming EJ will be frantic at Tate, he ought to be distraught at him as well. EJ steps away to accept a call. At the point when Brady and John return to the crew room, Brady apologizes to Teresa for chewing her out. Tate, who was released on bail, returns with Justin. Everybody celebrates and says thanks to Justin, even Alex. Brady arranges for Teresa and Alex to have lunch at the penthouse while Justin goes to pick up the release papers. Justin gets back from chatting with the associate lead prosecutor as Rafe hangs up with the adjudicator. Tate's bail has been repudiated, and Rafe needs to arrest him back. Next on Days of Our Lives, Xander poses Sarah a significant inquiry, and EJ's activities become known. Tate digs, John's insight, Abe apologizes, Janelle glimmer. Days of Our Lives uncover that Tate Dark dives further into his bogus admission. Days of Our Lives features John Dark offers guidance to Brady Dark. Abe Carver apologizes to Paulina Value, Jackie Harry, for not having the option to get private. Besides, Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree awaken following an evening of lovemaking. Find out what's next in the Peacock soap opera by reading on. Days of Our Lives Tate digs, John's insight, Abe apologizes, Janelle radiance. Days of Our Lives Tate Dark digs. DOOL uncover that Tate will dig much further into his admission. Presently, Tate let Brady know what truly occurred with Holly Jonas. Despite the fact that Tate didn't give Holly the medications, EJ not entirely set in stone to make the young fellow pay. Brady attempted to help Tate by dishonestly admitting that the medications were his. Notwithstanding, that admission wasn't accepted. Regardless of whether Brady held firm to that case, Tate busted in with his own bogus admission. DOOL John Dark's insight. While Tate is confronting the chance of jail, Holly is battling for her life. Holly's friends and family need equity, and in light of the fact that they don't have the foggiest idea about the entire story, they are pointing bolts off course. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.